Hey everybody, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am back with another episode of Paper Person Party. And this is where I'm playing with my monthly Paper Person kits. And I find that it's funny, when I took a break away from YouTube, these kits started just like stacking up a little bit. And so to me, this series really kind of helps encourage me to use them. So I hope that you are enjoying it as well. Today I really wanted to play with the pocket cards, and so I pulled out all of the ones that had kind of some blues with them, and then I also grabbed that one with the numbers, and that's really going to kind of guide my color choices for this particular layout. And I am doing a really kind of simple layout design that is one of my favorites with pocket cards. So all I do, or all I'm going to do, is basically line up my cards and my photo in a horizontal line. And so I kind of laid it all out to begin with because I wanted to add some mixed media to my background. I wanted to make sure I was putting it in the right spot. So I'm going to take my Catherine Pooler inks and just do some packaging technique in the background, and that was with the skylight color. And then I'm going to go ahead and take green and add some splatters to it as well. So I wanted to have a little bit of the blue, a little bit of the green. When I do this, to me, looking at it on screen now, the green looks fine, but in person I felt like it was a little bit too much of a contrast, so I went ahead and took a baby wipe and just pulled a little bit of that color off. And then I'm going to go ahead and also add that color around the outside edges of my layout just to make it kind of feel a little more finished. And so this is just one of those like cute everyday basic photos. Like, I don't have a ton to say. I am going to back it on white because that is kind of my go-to, and then go ahead and ink it to match so it's going to stand out against that background. And then I'm going to go ahead and just line up my cards. And so originally I was going to get that green one in there, and I decided that I liked it better kind of tucked in behind my photo. So I am going to go ahead and do that. And then I decided to create this kind of, I don't even know, swipe of color, I guess we'll call it, with that spruce green. And I wanted that because I just want something on my layout that's going to draw your eye directly to my photo. And so you're going to see how I kind of emphasize that streak of color. Now I know that's not going to be everybody's jam, but I like kind of how that really draws you in and emphasizes where I want you to focus, which is on the picture. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of doodling and stamping here. So I've stamped this little clock stamp, and then I'm just doodling some little plus signs to kind of circle my photo. It's going to be on the diagonal to kind of drag your eye through the photo because that's what I want you paying attention to, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of my cards so that those are going to stand out a little bit too. And I really love this number card because it has a bunch of different colors, and it just kind of brings in a little bit more of a fun element to the layout, I feel like. And it's going to encourage me to use some pops of red throughout the layout to kind of bring everything together. And as we go, you'll kind of see, but I really love the little red additions. And so I loved that that card was just a little bit different, and it really kind of pushed me to include some other colors. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the sticker sheet that came in this particular kit, and I'm going to pull some of these little labels. And I always tend to cut my labels in half so that I can spread them out into two different places on my layout. And of course, you know me, it hasn't changed. I'm going to glue something down to my page, and then I'm going to pull it up again because I want to make a change. So I've layered up the navy blue and that little pop of red. And then I have these letters that also came in this kit that are these little like block puffy letters. And this little Be Brave ephemera. So I just keep a little basket of ephemera on my desk that's like little pieces of leftovers from different kits and collections and things. And so I'm pulling the couple pieces out of there just because I wanted a little bit more right around my photo. I am going to keep the layout itself pretty simple, so I'm not going to add a ton of other like die cuts and things. I am going to add a few sequins to 3 different areas. I start with 2 and I end up going back to 3. So I'll have another one up by that clock in the top as we keep going. And then this was also a little like circle punch that I had already punched out. It was in my die cut leftovers. So I went ahead and split it in two so that I could have it in two spots in the layout. And then I'm going to use this green streak of ink to be able to build a title. So I didn't want my title to be huge on this layout, and I wanted to be able to still have your attention drawn to it. So that's where I'm going to go ahead and put it right on that streak of color, because that's already going to draw your attention. So I have Simply the Best so far, and then I'm going to add this UR on top so that it's You're Simply the Best. And I really like how that lines up. I like how it kind of hugs in by my photo. Like I said, I don't have a ton of journaling for this particular layout just because it's one of those, like, it's just a cute picture. And this is where I go ahead and cut up another card just to add some more little pops of red. And seriously, you guys, I love how the pops of red really kind of just make everything shine. And so if you're feeling like you're creating a layout and it's a little bit flat, or you've gone with the color palette but you need a little more like oomph, try adding in just little accents of a contrasting color like this, and I think you will really like the result. I hope you love my layout, and I will be back to see you guys really soon. Bye everybody. Thanks for being here.